Hey YouTube, never-ending student here. I have for you a short public service announcement. If you come across a Fluke 45, um, be aware that one of the options is an internal lead-acid battery, supposedly a sealed lead-acid battery. The seals are not reliable. After I found this, I started researching it, and I'm not the only person this has happened to. So I took this apart. I knew that, the best I've seen these sell for is like $250. And more typically, it's around the 100 mark. Although I can typically get more than the average because I'll, test and show everything working. But when I opened it up and I saw the battery had just leaked and there was corrosion over everything, I almost decided to just close it back up and throw the entire thing out. But then I looked around it. It looked like it had leaked while it was stored, and stored right side up. And it seemed like it miraculously avoided all of the circuitry. And I'd already power tested it before I knew about what was inside of it, and it turned on and seemed to act in a sane manner. So I decided, alright, I'm this far into it, I'll take it apart all the way, like literally all the way. Strip the chassis down to bare metal. That is, by the way, sulfuric acid having eaten halfway through the steel. That's an actual, thickness is gone from there. So I just finished decontaminating this. It was pretty involved. A lot of cleaning, brass wire brush, cleaning more. I disassembled the battery thing. I sealed up the battery, and that's pending disposal. It looked like the actual battery circuitry was salvageable, which is nice and all. Where do I put that? Ah, yes, over here. So it looked like the only thing that had been exposed on the battery circuit were the terminals, and everything else seemed, well, to have survived pretty well. It didn't look like there was any, corrosion exposure. So that was impressive. And it's part of what gave me hope for the meter. But once I got down to everything stripped out, and I'd gotten to the point past where I decontaminated the shell, I had gotten past the point where I had cleaned and decontaminated individual screws out of the transformer that had gunk on them. And then right there, sticking out of the voltage reference area, is what I believe to be a precision, I believe it's one of those glass substrate laser etched precision resistors. And right on around the bottom of it, corrosion literally crawling up a precision resistor. And then I see more around there. So I'm seeing it like it creeped into or out from the voltage reference shield. So that's really bad. So if I want to go further with it, I'll basically need to take that shield off and potentially figure out a way to clean inside that area without, well, most likely at that point I would have to sell it as not calibrated, or I'd have to figure out how to calibrate the meter. Or more likely I'll find that there's corrosion that has wreaked havoc inside that most crucial area. So the public service announcement is this. If you're looking at a Fluke 45, and they can be available, and this one was a freebie throw-in at an auction. I had some 1 gigahertz LeCroy oscilloscopes I was offering to pay a bit of cash for. They hadn't sold, and I was negotiating with the guy while I was picking up everything else that I had won at auction. And he took this as one of the other lots that hadn't sold and threw it in while we were negotiating. Basically, no additional cost, because he could tell I was like unenthusiastic about it. He wanted it gone. He wanted everything gone. So I said, yeah, screw it, fine. And we came to an agreement, and I got my a few extra LeCroy 1 gigahertz oscilloscopes. You know, really old ones, but still functional. But yeah, the PSA is, if you're looking at one of these, you should probably ask the seller to undo the 2 screws in the back and the 1 screw near the back on the bottom to pull the shell off, and ask, hey, is there a big open empty rectangular space, or is there some black heavy plastic in one of the corners? And if there is a battery there and it's leaked, it may just not be worth getting. Because if I knew when I opened this what I know now about just how far the corrosion spread, I probably would have cut my losses and said, I'm actually going to throw something out instead of trying to repair. Because, wow. Yeah, that was a lot of decon on the, non-circuitry just because I thought the circuitry was okay. Shame. All right.